Hello, everyone. You know, if you are somewhere and somebody announces bow to your partner, bow to your corner, you know, you're about to start a square dance. And that's where we're going to be today. We're going to square dance classes for folks who are unfamiliar with how to square dance, and it's going to be a great time. So if that sounds good to you, stay right there, and we're coming right back. So I'm here right now with Mel Branham, who is the square dance caller for today's session. Hi, Mel. How are you?
Hi there. I'm very good.
Well, now I know you from line dance. I'm in your line dance class, and this is something that you have in addition to line dance. Tell us why you have a square dance class.
I have square dancing, I have line dancing, I have ballroom dancing and contra dancing and all kinds of dancing. But this is all about square dancing today. We're here, Village Squares is the name of the group, and a lot of my line dancers decide they want to try something else. In fact, I insisted that they come, but they'll stay. So square dancing is just another thing. Square dancing is one language around the world, whether it's in Japan or Germany or whatever, it's all one language. And that's what we're here today. It's important that you start square dancing and kind of stay with it, because it takes almost a year to become reasonably proficient and go to dances.
Yes, and I was looking it up. It is considered an American folk dance with European roots. But one of the things that I was really pleased to see, and why I think people in Laguna Woods are happy about it, is that there are a lot of benefits. There's the health benefit of lowering your blood pressure and getting your steps in. Also, you've got this contra movement, because you have to your brain is exercised on both sides because you're moving from left to right with these partners. Is that part of why people are attracted to it?
Absolutely. It's the Mayo Clinic recommends square dancing because it's one of the most helpful things you can do, not only for your body, but for your brain also, because you're having to learn these calls that are different than things that you're used to, and you're actually getting the benefit of growing new brain cells and getting better, just like line dancing.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I was seeing this happen for the first time. I'm seeing my friends from line dance in this session today, and I see them smiling, and I think that has to be another benefit, is you're making new friends in a safe environment where you're having fun.
I always say that next to church, square dancing is one of the most social, good activities that you can be a part of.
Yes. I'm going to tell you a little secret how square dancing impacted me when I was a young girl. My parents had retired, and they didn't have really any friends outside of their work life. So when they retired, they didn't have a lot of social connections. They started square dancing, and immediately they got the matching outfits, the embroidered shirts and the big skirts, and they were out 4 or 5 nights a week square dancing. It changed their lives. And so I've always have this wonderful place in my heart for square dancing, because it changed my parents' life in retirement. Does that happen to a lot of people?
That is true. And singles are most welcome into this activity too. You don't have to be. In fact, I've been a part of many marriages over the years.
No way!
But I'm not saying to come for that reason. But and we have partners provided. You do not have to have a partner, male or female. We will arrange and set you up so that everybody has a partner and everybody gets to learn.
Okay. Well, we're here today, and there's going to be another session next week. Now, do you do this on a regular basis, this particular square dance introductory session?
I've been teaching this free introduction session. Just depends upon the club, but square dancing, once it starts on the second Monday in September, starts anew, and you just come and come as often as you can. It's my job to teach you, and I can do that. I've been doing this for 45 years.
You sure have. You do a great job, Mel, and we all love you. And wherever you want us, we're going to be there. So this is Mel Branham. He's teaching a square dance class now, and he's going to be teaching a lot more of them in the future, so show up.
After the man, he will courteously turn you to face back in. Straight ahead, your partner is still standing beside you.
Now I'm speaking with Karen Bowman, who is leading the Village Square Dance Club, and I want to find out a whole lot more about this club and why they're having this wonderful event today. Hi, Karen.
Hi, nice to be here, and we're thrilled to have you cover us.
Oh, well, we're happy to be here too because this is really exciting. Tell us a little bit more about who was invited to come today? Because you have a really large group of square dancers. Why are you looking for more folks to join your group?
Yes, we're always looking for more people to join. Square dancing is a wonderful activity for everyone. We have folks here in the village in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, their 80s, and their 90s who are all already members of our square dance club. So we reach out broadly in the village and ask folks to attend. Some people used to dance when they were young in school, and they come back because they have a taste of what it was. And then we also invite them to invite friends.
So a lot of this is social. I can see that. I've just been in there for a half an hour, and I can see people that didn't know each other when they came into the room are now interacting and having a fun time. Is that part of it, is that there's a lot of socialization?
Absolutely. Square dancing really is it's a group activity. You're in a square. There are 8 people total. It's a lot of fun. And we say, and our logo's right behind us, so it gives you a chance to make a circle of friends. And it's absolutely true. You can't help but bond with the people that you're square dancing with. It becomes a lot of fun.
That's very good. Well, it is, and besides, that square at the same time can seem very small and contained because the things that you're going to be doing are within that small area, and so it's not that scary.
Right.
You know?
And I like to think of square dancing as a group activity. So you're in it with 7 other people, and that makes it a lot more fun, and it's helpful. And what we do is we try to join up brand new people with people who have never been on a square dance floor before. And that helps folks. So we've all been through the beginning, and it's hard. It's hard just to get started because you're trying to get your brain to listen and then to process, and then your hands to move and your feet to move, and you do count on other people in the square to help you through it.
Right, and I've been in line dance for probably 6 months now, and so some of the calls or some of the steps that we have sort of a unique name to them, and you have to kind of learn, well, what was that? And I forgot what that was. And the same is true, I think, of square dancing, but that's okay because, you know, I've watched people kind of goof up or make a mistake or something. Everybody is just smiling and laughing and just keep going, and that's how you learn. That's a good way to learn.
Yeah, we say repetition, repetition,
Yes.
repetition, repetition, and that's what we do. And really, one of the most difficult things in square dancing is to remember your left and your right. I mean, it sounds silly, but when you're standing there and the caller says, you know, right, and half the time you stick in your left. So when you're learning, it happens, but it is something that everybody goes through, so everybody laughs about it, and you just have to take it at your own pace. We've got some people that learn faster. Sure. We have some people that come from other forms of dance, like line dancing or round dancing or ballroom or folk dancing. They're a little more used to the rhythms and movement. And then we have other people who maybe they're golfers or basketball players or pickleball players. They've never been on a dance floor. Everybody can learn, 100% of everyone.
I agree, and I think wherever you come from, this is additive. You're going to add skills based on what you're doing in here to those other activities that you engage in. It helps stimulate your brain because you are thinking of new concepts and you're having to move to them, and so your brain is activated in a way that it usually isn't in other daily activities. You know, this is something you have to do right now. So
right. You do have to learn to process what's being said quickly enough so that when the music's going, you can execute the call and listen to the next one and get there in time. So it takes a little bit, but it just becomes more and more fun the more you do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Once you're there, you feel like you're just on top of the world. Yeah. And I'm going to just say big shout out to Mel Branham. He's not going to let you fail.
Agree.
I love Mel. He's a kind person. He's a funny person. He's not afraid to walk away from you and say into the microphone, "Ugh," because you disappoint disappointed him, but you know darn well he's just kidding, and everybody laughs, and we all have such a fun time. He is a delightful person. He's just a natural.
He is, and I can't agree more. For our group here in the village, Mel has just been a joy to have here as a caller. He truly has. He's incredibly patient, and to your point, he's not going to let you fail. So. Right. It can be repetitious, but that's just part of the learning process, and we all learn at our own speed. But the nice thing is, if you're willing to be here and you're willing to do what he's asking you to do, yes. I will guarantee you that at the end of the year, you're going to be part of our graduating class. We're going to strut you down and present you to everybody else as new graduates, and you're going to look back and you're going to go, wow, I just learned so much, and it feels so good. It's a ton of fun.
I didn't know you had a graduation. Boy, I'm going to sign up now.
Well, we're going to invite you for our next graduation, so you come in 24, and we'd love to have you see. Now you've been here at the beginning, and wait until you see how these dancers develop. It's really just a great feeling.
Oh, I am absolutely going to do that. Is there anything that I'm missing that I'm not saying about square dancing as opposed to some of the other activities that people could engage in here? I mean, it's very doable. It's not strenuous. You can stay with it for a long time.
Once you start, you can dance for life. You really can. Yeah. We also have some folks that used to dance quite a bit, then they took a break, now they're coming back. But it is an activity that, as you say, is doable. It's not greatly stressful physically to do, but I like to think of it as it can be mentally challenging, a little bit of physical activity for sure, but you just have a lot of fun, and you meet a lot of really nice people, and you have a chance to bond with those folks. And that's what makes it different and special. So when you're here every week, you're going to be dancing with everybody. You're not just going to be dancing with the same people week after week. So every day, every tip that we have, every time you get on the dance floor, you might have a different partner. You're going to have a different square. So you have a chance to meet a lot of people, and it's a great way to integrate yourself into the village and meet folks.
Oh, I think so too. I like that aspect because you might not mix your group up on your own.
Right.
But if it is part of the process that you are mixed up,
right?
The group itself, and also there's a lot of snacks here.
There are a lot of snacks. I'm going to go on record to say we don't do this every single week, but when we're encouraging folks to join us, then we definitely do. And then once you've gotten to a certain point, we encourage you to come to our dances, which we have once a month, the second Friday of the month, and you have to progress a little bit more, not be a beginner, but we definitely have snacks there. So we encourage folks to come for that as well.
Because I know this is a calorie-burning exercise that everybody's out there, so you may as well give them a little bit of sugar. Well, this is great. Do you have these classes on a regular basis? Is it a couple of times a year? Or
no, you have a one-shot deal to join this.
Once a year?
Yes, once a year. We run an introductory class in August and then the beginning of September, and then the class is closed.
Okay.
And we do that so we can continue to progress and teach those people who are here the additional calls that you have to learn.
Okay, so there's like a starting point to
is.
joining the square dance.
Correct.
Okay, well that's all right. That's fine. And so people can come and observe.
Of course, they can come and observe, and they're welcome to come throughout the month of September, and then in October, unless they've been here, then the class is closed.
Okay, all right, perfect. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Miss Karen. This is wonderful. You're wonderful. This is just a thrilling time for me to come in here and watch everybody having so much fun, and I thank you for explaining
Come
it.
back.
Okay, all right, we absolutely will. And we will be right back. So now I'm speaking with Joy Bauer. Now, Joy is one of the students in the square dance class today, and I'm going to ask her all about it. Hi, Joy. How are you?
Hi, Cyndee. I am fabulous.
I know.
This
I was
was so
watching you.
fun.
You're acclimating so well.
I am.
Now, you and I know each other because we're in a line dance class together with Mel Branham, and he sort of told us about this class, the square dance class, and you decided to come over. Tell me why.
I square danced years ago, and I thought it might be fun to get back into it. And Mel's such a fabulous instructor. Yes. He just has the patience of Job.
Yes.
and
Yes.
you will learn
Yes.
if you go to his class.
Isn't that the truth? You know, he's funny though.
He is.
He can be charming, and he can make fun of you in a nice way. And he's so
Exactly.
funny and sweet, and everybody laughs and has a good time.
Exactly.
But
you don't feel bad. You
No.
don't feel like you're dumb.
No, you don't feel that way at all. He's just his nature. He's a born comedian, I
He
think.
is. I would recommend everyone to take his classes,
Yeah,
all of them.
I
The
know,
line
I
dancing,
know.
the square dancing is just
Yeah.
fun.
So now you came in this class today, and you had some experience with this previously. So what do you think of the class so far?
Oh, there are a lot of fun people, and the club members were just so helpful. Because a lot of the people had never square danced, so they were right there to help us through, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Were you paired up with somebody that was experienced?
Yes, one of the club members. We each had a club member beside us, and for the people who had never square danced, it made it a lot easier for them.
Well, that took some planning, because that's a large group in there. So, yeah.
I don't know how many people there were. He had 2 big circles, so
Yeah,
there were a
it
lot
looked
of
like
people.
40, 45 people, it looked
At
like.
least,
Yeah,
at least.
my goodness. Well,
But
so
he had it going.
so tell me, did you learn some steps today?
I remembered some steps
Okay.
today.
Oh,
Is
okay.
what it was. I
Nothing came
remembered
back.
them. Yes, it did, and it was fun. I'm going to have to come back again.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That was the outcome of it, was that you said,
Yes.
I have time in my week for 2 classes to attend.
I'm going to have to squeeze it in somewhere.
I know. We love our line dance.
We do.
We have so much fun, and
It's fun.
I tell people, you can always get into the back row.
That's where I usually am. Come see me.
because we don't want anybody standing behind us.
No, watching us, exactly.
Everybody lines. Sometimes Mel makes us turn around, and then now we're the front
Now
row.
we're the front row, and that's not good. And he always tells us that's just a suggestion if we do the wrong step. So
I know. I don't know any other place in my life where if I make a mistake, somebody just says, "Oh, that's okay," and
That's
everybody has a
okay.
good time.
and we all laugh.
I know. It's wonderful. Well,
is.
Joy, you are so appropriately named.
Thank you.
Because you're always happy and you're always having a good time.
I intend to.
Oh, well, you make everybody's time a whole lot better. Okay, well, we'll all be taking square dance classes forever, and now they'll complement our line dance classes.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank
well,
you, Cyndee.
well, you heard it here first. Joy is going to be coming back to square dance classes.
See you next week. Come join us.
Okay. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back. So thanks so much for joining us today as we attended a square dance class. Many thanks to Mel Branham, who is the square dance instructor, Karen Bowman, who is the head of the Village Square Dancers, and also we had Joy Bauer, who is a student in the class today. So we had a lot of different perspectives. But we hope that you had a good time. And we thank you for watching us on Wednesday and Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. on Village Television, and anytime you want to on Village Television YouTube. So we hope to see you next time. Take good care of yourselves and everyone around you. See you next time.